Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting us. Just hit that subscribe button, like, share, tell your friends, make a comment. Even if you think it's not the best comment, it's your comment, so it's great. In addition to this wonderful metal flea count, I'm going to share with you 5 things you can do to prevent fleas holistically, so that you never ever have a flea infestation.
This dog, he has cerebellar hypoplasia and other medical issues, but because he's on a raw diet and he's also being treated with herbs and acupuncture, he's very healthy. But would we want to put a flea chemical on a dog with a neurologic disease? The flea chemicals that are getting stronger and stronger impact the nervous system and the liver negatively. It's just a dose thing. They basically go, okay, fleas need less of a chemical that would kill a dog in large doses. So sometimes we have some of our patients fall beneath the cracks, and those are the ones that are more sensitive. So they'll have a neurologic disease or a liver disease, and really they shouldn't be on those flea drugs anyway.
Okay everybody, this is AZ and we are talking about why we don't use flea medications, conventional flea control with a dog like this. So AZ is an epileptic, she also has some liver problems, and she's 12 years old, and she's done so well because we do chiropractic and acupuncture and all this stuff, and her mom's been so dedicated. But the deal is with flea drugs is they a little bit impact the nervous system and the liver, both. And so they have that potential or that possibility. There's some dogs, and every 100 dogs there might be 1 or 2 or 5 that don't handle the flea medicines correctly or the way that they're supposed to. And so what we do instead is we use natural flea control. So what are natural flea controls? Natural flea control, the number one thing is diet. So AZ's on a raw diet, homemade diet. She's taking a vitamin powder, which is also on my YouTube channel, how to make it. She's on herbs. So she's basically not a flea magnet. When I think of a flea magnet, I think of a dog that's kibble fed, that's only getting dead food, that's not getting any vitamin support. And then those are the dogs that often need these flea drugs once a month.
So the prevention is where I want you to focus on, and that's all holistic medicine all the time.
So let's get started. Number 1, you guys, if you have cats or rats, that is in our area, if you feed the birds, you'll have some rats, or if you have chickens, you have to understand that a lot of the fleas come from rats and cats, especially cats. A lot of times people are doing really good feeding the dog great diets, which prevent fleas, which we'll get to in a second. But for cats, they give them just crappy kibble, right, in the bowl and walk away. And actually the cats need everything the dogs need and more if they're outdoor cats, right? Number 2, clean the house. I know that sounds crazy, especially coming from me. I'm not a great house cleaner, but it's really important to vacuum all the crevices, take out the couch cushions, vacuum under the couch cushions, and do that every single week. Did you know that each flea can lay 350 eggs? Each female flea. So that means that in no time at all, you can get behind the 8 ball. And I don't want you guys behind the 8 ball when it comes to fleas. Number 3, diatomaceous earth type products help desiccate the flea at every life cycle. They kill the eggs, they kill the larva, they kill the pupa, they kill the adult, and there is no resistance to it. Just think about that, because that's one of the main problems with conventional flea drugs today. You know, the ones you give your dog internally and by mouth or externally on the skin. Those things are getting more and more toxic. And the reason is that the fleas are getting more and more resistant. So carpets, floors, couch cushions, and then we need to sweep it in, leave it down. And I'm talking about hardwoods too. You hardwood people think you're above it, but you're not. Carpets are the best way for fleas to reproduce and be happy and get to be a real big nuisance. But they love hardwood floors, they love cracks in hardwood floors. So you sweep in the diatomaceous earth and you vacuum it up. And then you throw away the vacuum cleaner bag. So So that's 3 ways already, and we haven't even gotten into really cool products or anything. Isn't that so awesome that you guys have control over fleas? The 4th thing is diet and supplements. So I'm telling you guys, diet makes a huge difference. Most of my raw fed dogs or my homemade fed, doesn't have to be raw, something with vital force. The food has to have vital force, just like the pet has to have vital force. Have you ever noticed that when you line up all your animals, only the oldest and sickest ones will be covered with fleas, if you have a flea problem. The other ones will be relatively less covered, and you find that out by using a metal flea comb once a week during flea season. You guys, fleas go to the lowest vitality animal. They go to the lowest force, vitality force on the body. The body likes to keep the brain and the organs healthy, and so the body will concentrate on that as far as vital force, but the head of the tail gets lost sometimes when it comes to weak vital forces. And that's why fleas collect there. So same token, if you feed your animals really good, and I mean raw vegetables like cilantro, parsley, dandelion greens, like 1 tablespoon of pulverized greens to 20 pounds of body weight twice a day, and our vitamin mineral powder, which you can look at. I'll try to put a link in the description for our vitamin mineral powder, which is huge for flea control. Huge. Why? Because it has that gallic acid. Fleas hate it, and it has a ton of vital force, which you can just look at that deep green color and know that the vital force is amazing, right? Okay, so you're doing 2 things right there by the diet. Even if you're kibble fed, you can still do those 2 things. But I'd like you to try to get away from kibble, which I consider to be dead food. And canned foods can be dead too.
You're so cute, really cute. The dogs who are on a raw diet, who are on a diet with a high vital force, that's our vitamin mineral mix too, they tend to repel fleas naturally.
When you look at a bowl that has organ meats in it and vegetables, it's like, wow, that vital force is great. And it does chase off the fleas. And the 5th thing is we have essential oils. Essential oils are amazing for fleas. There's a company called Dermacen. I don't have any ties to them, but they have an essential oil drop-on that you could use instead of the chemical drop-ons. The other thing is Wondercide has a cedar-based product that you can just spray on a cloth. It's a little too strong, I think, to spray on the body of any animal, but on a cloth, it's great if you're going into a flea-infested area like your friend's dog party. You guys, that's 5 things that you can do to prevent fleas. So I want you to do them all this flea season. And then you don't have to use drop-on chemicals that are getting more and more toxic. You guys, I'm going to just tell you about flea poop. It's really, really gross, but I want you guys to all know about it. So it's that black stuff that's by the pet's tail head, okay? So you're like flea combing, you get to almost the tail, and then you look in your metal flea comb and you see, whoa, there's black stuff. Maybe it's just a little black stuff, barely at all. Hey, you guys who are over 50, wear glasses because it's hard to see it sometimes. Anyway, I want you guys to know that that is your own pet's blood that the flea has pooped out. So it's really disgusting, but I want you guys to all be educated because it can look a lot like regular dirt, you know, like a pet rolls in the grass or something like that. But how do you tell the difference? You take a wet white paper towel, you just tap your black stuff in it, and you rub it together and see if it turns red. And if it turns red, that I'm afraid is flea dirt or flea poop.
For prevention, we want cleaning, we want to feed the dog appropriately, strengthen the vital force of the dog, make the dog healthier, and flea comb.
Okay, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. And join us again and check out my other videos on pet wellness and I think you won't be disappointed. Bye.